Alright, so a couple months ago, I went to Rolling Loud Orlando, and today I wanted to rank every performance that I saw, because I never did that, and I was always planning on going back and doing it. But I'm also coming back to Fortnite right now, so I figured why not just do it while I play Fortnite. This video is going to be entirely unscripted, which will probably be the downfall of me, but it's fine. All I have is the notepad of the ranking of every performance I saw. Also, I'm only like silver in reload, because I just came back to Fortnite, and I've been playing Battle Royale, so opponents might not be amazing, but it's fun. Anyways, I'm gonna kick it off with the worst performance I saw, which definitely at number 24 was Fake Mink. To be honest, I just don't know what he was doing. Like I don't even want to get started on whatever robot move he was hitting. But beyond that, it just wasn't a very hype performance. He doesn't make hype music, but it seemed like he was trying to perform in like a hype style, which doesn't really work. I don't know. Oh. Anyways, yeah, he was kind of performing hype, but his music isn't hype, so I think he has a lot of potential to perform well, because like you can perform well without having hype music, but it just didn't fit in there. I think he was trying to match the energy of the rest of the festival, which is obviously very rage heavy. It just didn't work out well, and I don't know what he was doing with the essays on Twitter, but it was kind of cringe. Coming in at number 23, I have Apollo Red. I actually haven't seen Apollo Red before, despite going to the antagonist store. I showed up a little late, so I didn't get to see him perform. But I don't feel like I was missing much after watching the Rolling Loud performance. It just like was very crowd carried because it just turned up for anyone in Opium. But the performance itself wasn't very good. He sounded like an alien the entire time. Wasn't a big fan, to be honest. I haven't heard a lot of his music, so that didn't help that much. But I think the performance itself was pretty weak. Shit. Coming in at number 22, I have Sofago, and this is the first performance I didn't hate. I just kind of was like sitting in the back for this one though. I don't have a lot to say. I also don't know a lot of Sofago's music, to be honest with you. But it was pretty cool. I mean, the energy wasn't crazy, but again, I was in the back. I can't really rate it. I don't think I can fairly rate it, but just as an experience for me, I'm putting this towards the bottom, but it definitely wasn't bad. Coming in at number 21, I have Black Boy Max. I was only at this set because me and my friend managed to get a barricade spot at the Verizon stage pretty early on, so I was there the entire day on Sunday. His set, like, it was alright. I mean, Black Boy Max, I'm just not big on his music, but it was cool. He had good energy. I don't have much to say about it. Again, I was on barricade, so I actually wasn't really getting any hits for all of Sunday. But he had cool energy. To be honest, his Summer Smash performance looked way better. He brought out way more people and just looked more like focused. My gun! What just happened? Wait, was I out of ammo? Why did it stop shooting? And why do you spawn a stack loadout now? Oh shit. Wait, what? Why does it flop when you take fall damage? Oh, there's no fall damage in reload either. Okay. Well, I guess I would have died in the other hand, so that's embarrassing. Okay, I'm switching over to Battle Royale because the lobbies will be better and it'll be slower, so I can actually talk more. Coming in number 20, I have Lilo. I have not listened to a lot of this dude's music. What I have heard, I really liked. I just haven't listened to much more than what I have heard for some reason. I don't really know why, but his performance is hype. This is the first performance I'd say I really enjoyed. I believe this is when I first got there, so I just kind of pulled up and watched some. I didn't get too in there, but it was hype. He had great energy and stuff. I don't have much more to say about that, but it was a good performance. I'm in number 19. I don't know how you say this girl's name. I don't know if it's Tia Kareen or Tia Karine. I'm gonna call her Tia for the rest of the time I talk about her. But she did great. I loved her performance. Again, we were here at Verizon. I probably wouldn't have seen her naturally, but we were here at Verizon. We got there really early, and we were like, oh, we're gonna get here so we can see Samson and Shay. So we were just at a really good spot. So I did watch her. Her set was hyped though. She brought out 1900 Rugrat, which is really cool because we didn't get to see him in the previous days. He came out before him, although he's been dissing Drake a little too much, so maybe it's not that cool. But it was still hype. She had great energy. I really liked it. Also, her outfit was awesome. At number 18, I have Trim, which I was shocked after I watched the performance. I saw it getting a lot of shit on TikTok. I thought she did great. I don't even see what they're complaining about. Maybe it's just because I watch the type of performance that I'm used to, or a bit more not as orthodox. She just seemed really passionate. I don't know. I didn't see. I don't know. She was getting a lot of crap though, but I really liked it. She also brought out Slayer. It was weird with Slayer. Slayer came out for a second, didn't perform anything, and then went back, and then came back out again to perform. So I don't know if he accidentally came out early or something, but either way, it was really hype. It was really cool because sadly I didn't get to see Slayer, and I think he was giving people at the Verizon stage a little bit of performance since he knew we weren't going to get to see him. And I actually did get to, I didn't get to meet him or anything, but I dapped him at the end of the show. He was going down the crowd, so that was cool. Coming in at number 17, I have Kells. I had only heard one album from this dude, and I didn't like it on first listen. I don't know why, but I haven't gone back and listened, but I think I will eventually. This performance was hype. The energy was crazy. I was not expecting this from him. I don't know if I just wasn't focused when I was listening, but I do not remember the album being that hype, but he had crazy energy. The crowd was lit. I love that performance. He was climbing up on shit. It was a good time. Okay, at number 16, I have Chief Keef. Now, of course, I know Chief Keef's music, but the crowd didn't seem to know a lot of Chief Keef's music. I know everything. I'm not the most well-versed in Chief Keef, but I know enough, I think. I knew more than the average person there, I think. Which is kind of disappointing to see, but the songs that everyone knew were absolutely lit. Bruh. Wait, you're not hitting head hunting up. Sorry, give it up. God. With the stair! Not that way. Oh my god. This is terrible. Yeah, I was just stuck. I couldn't edit the stair. That was really weird. Okay, coming in at number 15, I have Lucy Bedrock. Again, I was not planning on seeing him, but we were there because we got a good barricade spot. His performance was actually really hype. Also, not too tapped into his music outside of, I forget what it's called, the Pink album. I actually really like that album. That album's amazing, but I forget the name. Sisterhood. That album's amazing. However, he plays some crazy unreleased stuff. Like that was hype. I don't know if it's even out yet. I don't think it is, but I'm definitely gonna tap into the album when it drops because of how good that unreleased stuff was. Coming in at number 14, I have Pretty Fun. I'm gonna put a little asterisk on this one because I left early, but it was only like a 20-minute performance, and I saw like 10 minutes of it, so I'm not gonna take it off the list entirely. But yeah, I also wasn't really there. But the craziest thing, I don't have a video of it, and I'm really mad. I was standing next to Easy Cody Lee, and I didn't even realize. Like, I thought it was him. Me and my friend were like, wait, is that him? But it was definitely him. Like, it was most definitely him. The more I think about who it was. He was just sitting outside the tent vibing. I didn't realize it was him. But that was really funny. Coming in at number 13, I think this is my hottest take of the video. I'm pretty sure this is a pretty unpopular opinion. But at 13, I have Che. Now, Che is actually my favorite artist by far, but his performance, I've seen him perform 4 different times. I saw him perform for the Rest in Base tour, I saw him perform for the Encore tour twice, and then I saw him at Rolling Loud, and Rolling Loud was by far the worst one. The energy just like wasn't there in the crowd. You can see it die, and you can see it compared to 9. I don't like 9. I didn't even go to 9 set, but you can see it compared to 9. There's just not energy, and they had the same stage, so I don't know. It just wasn't really hype. It was pretty much the same thing as Encore, but shorter and without an Encore. He didn't play new music. His Summer Smash set looked really cool though. But I think Rolling Loud was just kind of like, it was kind of just like the finale to the Encore tour, it feels like. And then it feels like he launched off a new era with the Summer Smash performance. So I don't think the Rolling Loud performance was his most focused and like thoughtful performance. But it was fine. Of course, Che's still just naturally a great performer and amazing music, obviously. Still a good time. At number 12, I have Snow Strippers. I actually skipped out on Don Toliver to go see Snow Strippers. I don't hate Don Toliver or anything, but I just like am not huge on his music. I didn't really care that much for the new album. I had a couple songs I like, but I just would have rather seen Snow Strippers, and I did. I'm also not too tapped in with their music, but it was really good. It was a really good performance. My phone unfortunately died, so I didn't get any videos, but it was a good time. The crowd was kind of dead, but I didn't really care. She was doing great on stage. And I was kind of in the back anyways, so the crowd, like, just didn't really affect me. This pistol is so good. God damn. Oh. Anyways, coming in at number 11, I think this is also a hot take, but I have YT. This is like an early day performance, but oh my god, it was so lit, like unbelievably lit. Definitely my like surprising performance of the night. There's also a video of me, I'll show it on the video, but there's a video of me just getting punched in the face by some dude who's spinning around in a mosh pit, but it's fine. It was lit. I'm like decently tapped in with YT's music. I wouldn't call myself knowledgeable, but I do know a good bit. And yeah, it was a great time, and it's funny seeing someone from the UK come over to America and start complaining about the heat. Oh wow, that was lucky. And now getting to the top 10, coming in at number 10. I'm gonna have to put a little asterisk on this because I did show up late because I was at Netspin. I'm gonna have to put Xavier So Bass. Again, like I said, I showed up really late to this. Like, I only saw the last like 4 or 5 songs, but I did see some after. It was really good. The stage was awesome. Like, I'm trying to think back. This probably had the coolest stage design. I don't think anyone had crazy stage design, other than Don Tolliver had cool stage design. But this was like actually cool and unique stage design, so I really like that. And the performance was like really hyped. The crowd was lit. Xavier doesn't even have to do that much. The crowd just follows along. He's kind of does what he does. Okay, bro. What? I shot first. That's just not true, bro. Okay, coming in at number 9 is Skywater. Now, the whole reason we're at Verizon early is because my friend is like the biggest Skywater fan I've ever met. So that's the whole reason we were at Verizon like at 2 p.m. on that day. But I will say her performance, I don't even listen to Sky like that, but I was almost brought to tears because of how good the performance was. So it was really good. I don't have any specific songs I can pick out because, like I said, I don't really listen to Sky like that. And I actually didn't really like the new album, to be honest, but the performance itself actually blew me away. And there was like, a couple other people up there that I'd never seen before, but they were adding to the area too. It was just a good time. And then during the performance, she also came down right in front of me, so that was really cool to see. At number 8, I'm gonna give it to Cardi. And I know, like, that might be high to a lot of people, but man, he is such a good performer. I don't care if it's a reused antagonist set list with a couple, like, added things. I mean, I do care, like, I'd care if he kept doing that, but I don't know. He's such a good performer. I'm not even, like, I don't love his music as much as I used to, because I just kind of, like, I don't know, got into more heavy, like, whatever the modern rage is, whatever you want to describe it as. But the performance was just crazy. I don't know, like, something about the way he performs, and I can't put my finger on it because I don't really know, but he's really good. But I'd love to see. I do plan on going back next year for sure. I'd love to see if he performs again. I'm assuming he will because he's just been doing that. That's kind of his thing. I'd love to see a different set list, to be honest. I think he has been dragging out this antagonist. I don't know when Baby Boy's coming. I'm not really like fiending for it like I was fiending for the music drop though. But and number 7. Right above Cardi, we have 2 Slimy. This, by far, had the best crowd of the night. I thought, it's the only crowd where I thought I was going to die at some point. Like, not actually, but it was close. It was crazy. There was also some, like, I don't want to, like, guess his age because I feel bad, like, if I'm over-guessing. But there was an older dude, and he was, like, very confused. And it was really funny, but he started getting into it. The whole crowd was crazy. Also, 2 Slimy someone threw a tongue Sahor at 2 Slimy, then he threw it back, and it landed right at my feet, but someone like snatched it from my feet, so that was kind of disappointing. But yeah, this also I guess is a hot take, but I don't know, man. There was something different in that set. Here. No, 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 no. Whoa, 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 whoa. Chill. Chill, chill. What? What? I have 1 build. I'm just dead. This guy just probably is better than me at the game. Maybe not. Okay, don't know how I got in there. That was kind of lucky. He missed. He had like a winning pump shot, but he missed it really bad. So I got really lucky there. Coming in number 6, I will put Blood. And Blood, I skipped it on 9 Vicious. I was never planning to go to 9 Vicious, but then Blood was there, and I definitely confirmed that. 9 Vicious set looked cool, but like I said earlier, I think I said it earlier, I don't like 9 Vicious at all. Blood set was amazing, dude. This was so hype. He did sound a little weird live, but I didn't really care. Like, the energy was so good. It was actually just on another level. And, I mean, that Money and Drug performance is already iconic, and it hasn't even been, like, 3 months. Oh. That was maybe the worst fight I've ever had in Fortnite. Okay, and now we are getting to the top 5, and these performances, these are all performances that actually just blew me away. And at 5, we have Destroy Lonely. Now for this set, I'll be honest, it wasn't the most sober I've been in my life. So we were just kind of back there, like I wasn't down there in the pits. But it was still such a good performance. Like, I did get a little closer the more it went on. And then he brought out Snow Strippers. It was so good. Oh my goodness. This just made me, I already enjoyed Lone, but it made me like him 10 times more. Okay, coming in at number 4, I have Ken Carson, who replaced Youngboy, which I did really want to see Youngboy, to be honest. I have seen Ken twice. I saw him once on his Great Chaos. On his Great Chaos tour. And I saw him once, like, when he was opening for Antagonist. But this is by far a better performance than both of those. I wouldn't say by far, actually. The Great Chaos tour was really good. But this performance was crazy. And again, I wasn't the most sober for this one. But I did go in this time, and I did get some good videos. He also brought out Young Thug and Lil Tecca, but I went back to the back at that point. Either way, I think he proved himself as a performer here, a headlining worthy performer here. And he's definitely here to stay, for anyone who was, for some reason, doubting him still. And I'll come into the top 3. These are performances I would, like, die to see again. At number 3, I have Molly Santana. Molly's been one of my favorite artists out, like, way pre Iceman, and I'm so glad that she finally got her flowers by getting on that album. Her verse was so good. But this performance was so good. I almost shed a tear. I actually almost shed a tear watching it. She came out, I think she had my favorite, like, walkout out of all the performances by far, probably, actually. Yeah, when I think about it, I think it had, never mind. Not my favorite walkout, but, like, it was an amazing walkout. And then the performance itself was so good. She was killing it. And then she brought out North, which I actually kind of saw coming. I think a lot of people there saw it coming. But yeah, Molly killed it. She brought out North. I saw that coming. I think a lot of people saw that coming. Like, a lot of people in the crowd. There were some dorks behind us chanting for "We want Ye." No, we don't. Like, we just don't want Ye. There was a big, weird group of people there, but whatever. It was fine. They didn't ruin it. It was a bit hard to breathe. I was really close, because this is actually why I left Pretty Fun early, was to go get to Molly to get a better spot. I got a better spot. I was dying. And this actually just made me realize I forgot to rank Homicide Gang. I'm gonna put them, like, below Kells, probably. So, like, 18. I'm not gonna talk too much about them, but yeah. Anyways, back to Molly. Okay, back to this fucking Mongol skin, bro. I didn't have any shotgun shots. Oh my god, bro. Net spent, number 2 is where I'll be putting it. I think a lot of people think this is the best performance at Rolling Loud. This is definitely Netspin's best performance. This is such a good performance. I mean, I have a lot to say about this one. First off, let's talk about how I got my spot. It wasn't amazing, but the original spot I had was not that good. But then, out of all things that happened, Nick at night came through, and he just started opening the crowd, like how Moana opens the waves in the ocean. It was insane. I mean, they just opened as he walked. It was crazy. So I just followed behind him, and eventually, I was kind of leeching to him a little bit. I did end up in the pits. I did end up in the pits with the Nick at night. It was a good time. And then his camera like died or something and he had to leave. Not sure what happened. I think his camera like oh yeah, the rain obviously. The rain broke the camera. I'm just gonna sit in here so I can talk. What? Oh, you can't crouch here. Oh, you can. The rain like broke his camera and he had to leave. But it was really fun. I did end up in his vlog for like a little bit. I'm not gonna say where. But amazing time. And then the performance itself was so unbelievably good. The pits were crazy. Everyone was going crazy. Netspin, obviously, even like after the fact, it looked so good. He sounded so good up there. And out of everyone, I also did go to his tour, and I did think he was like the best performer, or not the best, but I did think he was like, out of Che, Netspin, and Osamu-san, I did think he was in a really high tier, if I had to put them all in a tier. Well, I guess I think this is number 1, which I will give to Osamu-san. There's nothing about his performance I can say like was bad. Oh, I picked up those, bro. Enemy down. There's nothing about his performance I have an issue with. Everything, oh my god, the walkout. This is why I said Molly didn't have the best walkout. The walkout was so good. Apparently production messed it up live. Obviously, I didn't have to deal with that. I was there in person. Nothing messed up in person. I'm actually, they robbed everyone from seeing a generational live stream. Everything about that was so good. It was beautiful when he brought his mom out. It was Mother's Day, of course. He brought his mom out. He didn't come off of like the stage that much, like out to the walkway, which is a little disappointing. I guess there is a little critique of the performance, but that's me being picky. It was so good. He played Psych Out, he played Lobby. And the second I saw it, I knew it was my favorite performance of the day, or of the whole weekend, actually. And yeah, that's my ranking of Rolling Loud 2026. I know they're not going to be doing another one this year, but I definitely will be going back next year, hopefully. I do think they keep doing Cardi as a headliner. I don't really want to see Cardi as a headliner, but it's whatever if he does, I guess. But I hope he switches up the set list if he is. But yeah, I don't know much else to say. Really good. I think that was probably the best weekend of my life, I will say that. Unbelievable time. And yeah, that's it. See ya.